Hey, hi everyone. Thanks for joining this session. My name is Vipin Kataria. I work as a senior lead architect in data and ML space with Picarro Incorporation, which is a late stage startup based in Santa Clara, California. And over the last 2 decades, I've worked across multiple organizations, which helped me broaden my spectrum in terms of understanding the challenging landscape of data discovery. And my today's session is dedicated towards giving you a blueprint of how to build up an automated enterprise data discovery framework powered by LLM. So let's start it. So let's go over the agenda. So over next 20-25 minutes, I'll go over from problem to a solution space. We'll start a journey by the current state around the data discovery crisis, some of the root cause of it, followed by the problem impact, which covers some of the use cases around the cost of failing this data discovery. We'll go over the technical deep dive, which is all about the foundational pillar you need to build this framework. We'll go into deep dive the blueprint of the architecture, followed by a data ingestion pipeline workflow. Later, we jump to the implementation consideration, which will cover the tech stack which is available in the market to build this framework, and the truth, which is all about you will face challenges when you will build this system. We'll go over the solution also, and followed by I'll open the session for the Q&A. So before jumping into the technical part of it, I want to spend some time of the basic, the definition of this data cataloging, right? So let's start with the basics. Think of a data catalog like a Google for your company data. Just like you search Google to find websites, a data catalog really helps the user to find the data across your entire organization. And it does three main things. The first thing is making your data discovery much more faster. No more asking around for weeks trying to find out one data set. It helps you to understand what the data actually means, basically the context around. And the third, it provide easy access with proper governance. And why does this matter? Definitely the first one is the speed. We are talking about reducing data discovery from weeks to hour, ensuring the quality and the around the innovation. When you have the right set of data with the right speed to discover it, and the data is contextualized, it really helps you in bringing innovation much more faster. Now we have set up the ground. Let's move it to the shocking reality. Half of all data works fail because people cannot find the right data. Think about it's 50% waste, and this cost companies nearly $2 million per 100 employees annually. And think about what companies can do with this money. They can innovate. They can give the perks to the employees, and your engineers are spending around 4 hours every day just searching for data. That's half their workday. The problem get worse. 73% of the employer lack proper search tool. Only 30% actually succeed on their first search attempt. And we have massive data quality issues. People spend 65% of the time just cleaning data in Excel. And here what really hurts. Data breaches take months to recover, costing about $6 million on average by 2030. One in three workers lost entire month per year just searching for data. And this isn't just inefficient, it's a real crisis. Uh, Now let's look at some of the root cause of this data crisis, right? So to start with it, the first is the technical challenges. We have old system that don't talk to each other. They are living in silos. It's like your left hand not able to talk to the right hand, and vice versa. And as data grow exponentially over the last 2 decades, and with the landscape of AI and LMLs changing, our old tool cannot keep up the same pace. Then there are process failure. We're still doing things manually, like in 1995, maybe, and documentation gets outdated the moment it's written, and we can't track where data comes from, where it goes. And then there are organization barriers. Team don't share data. You know, they are living, in silos. There is a huge skill gap. Data people don't understand business. Business people don't understand the data, and nobody really is, charge of making this better. Now we have understood, the root cause of this data crisis. Let's a little bit walk through in a solution space. So let me present you the automated enterprise data discovery framework, which is a 4C framework powered by AI. uh, at the center of the core is an AI agent, which is powered by LLM, uh, which we already know, maybe a Claude, or it could be a OpenAI, it could be Gemini, or it could be an in-house LLM agent. And it has four foundational pillars. To start with, one is a comprehensive, and what it means is it is basically able to discover the data across multiple sources, from your Postgres to Cassandra to Kafka to GraphDB. Uh, the second is a contextual, and what it means is it's able to contextualize the information across all these dimensions, to bring timely, trusted, and actionable intelligence. It is cognitive in nature. It learns pattern and make intelligent recommendation. Take an example, of, let's say you have a schema which is, have a definition of, let's say, customer as a string, and all of a sudden it start getting null values or something change. So it is able to detect, oh, in the past I have seen this pattern, now the pattern changes, over this particular column, or it could be a distribution of a data changes. So it is able to, cognitively, build the intelligence around it. And the last is the collaborative. What it means is it is able to bring the best of the both world, where AI is really, really good in understanding the contextualize. It is able to contextualize the information around all these dimensions, to bring, timely, tested, actionable intelligence. At the same time, it bring the human in loop, which is, fundamentally, if you look at it, human, they are really good into the judgment. So it's like, AI agent basically, bring some intelligence, bring some results, and there's a human loop which gives the feedback, and they keep, evolving. Now we look at the 4C framework. Let's deep dive into the foundational pillars to build this framework. I know there might be more things to cover, but I'm just want to focus on the foundational pillars you need to build this. So let's start with, the data ingestion. So on a high level, what data ingestion means, it is able to basically crawl your multiple data sources, extract the metadata, monitor those changes, right? So now you have ingested the data, you need to store the data, and that's where the multimodal storage comes. What it means is it is able to store the data into different modalities around your, let's say you have a structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. With AI and ML, you might be want to store into the vector embedding, or it could be your knowledge graph, right? Now you have stored the data, you need some failure to process it to bring more actionable feature engineering. And that's where the processing engine comes. It basically profile those data quality, it classify those sensitivity around your data, it generate, might be one of the use case, could be might be generating the embedding. Now, once you process the data, you might need to, now basically comes the agentic AI platform, which is the heart of the whole framework. And a high level, what it does do, it can orchestrate a particular workflow. Take an example of, maybe a data lineage, right? For example, given a certain query, if customer give, it can actually orchestrate multiple agents, which are itself maybe built on top of, let's say, MCP, and then it basically coordinate across all this agent, and finally bring the result and give it back to the user. It will have some conversational interface, more like from a natural language perspective, and then it learned continuously. Now once the agent has contextualized this information across all these dimension, and it finally has results, you might need to, alert to the user. So that's where the alert and notification layer will come. On a high level, what is do is basically there could be scenario where you need to alert to the user. Take an example: if there are all of a sudden schema changes, schema evolve, or there are data quality issues. For example, the distribution of the data changes, or maybe some kind of data lineage, right? So it need an alert. So that's where the alert and notification layer will come. And now this is one side of it, right? You might need a visualization. I mean, let a notification think like it's just one side of the coin, right? You need another side of the coin, which is all about the reporting and visualization. Basically, it's a a visualize interface where you can search and discovery. You can see the data, basically interactive lineage, and also the usage analytics. Now we understood the foundational pillar. Let's jump into the actual architecture of framework. So on a high level, this intelligent data cataloging platform start with the event triggers, which could be, let's say, the data ingestion events. A new Take an example like a new customer table gets added to your database, or someone changes the column name. It could be user request. Someone asks, okay, show me the last month's sales data, or how is a customer ID related to, an order ID, or it could be an external trigger like your monitoring system detect data quality drops below 90% or find credit card number in the wrong place. And these all even are ingested into your intelligent orchestration, which is at the center of it's a master agent, which is powered by LLM, and you have specialized agents. I mean, the organization can build more agents, but these are just a foundational agent what you need. Like you need a schema agent to understand your data structure. You need a classify agent to identify what kind of data is it, financial, personal, or operational. Data lineage tracks where data comes from, where it goes. The quality checks if the data is clean and complete. And the docs agent, which is all about handling the documentation and the description. And these all agent can access to the data storage layer, the what we discussed in the previous slides. They can talk to your time series, log storage, structured and unstructured, vector db, or the knowledge base. And once they have a master agent contextualize, or maybe get a feedback from all these agent, it has a final result. It can generate alert and notification based on certain use case. And also it can come up with a kind of incident report, which people can see. And then there's a user experience layer, which is on the bottom right, which is all about basically, it's like a visualization layer which give you a flexibility of the NL queries and the dashboards. Now we understood the high level intelligent data cataloging platform. Let's jump into basically our data ingestion pipeline, which is a foundational of again one of the foundational pillar for this platform. On a high level, what it does it, there are multiple data sources. Think like it could be a database, cloud tools, or it could be files. They are all ingested into through this data ingestion layer, which could be in real time, which could be a message queue, or it could be API gateway. And once you have ingested the data, you need to process this data, which could be in terms of a stream, a real-time streaming, and which could be a batch mode processing. And then finally, once you have this streaming or batch processing, you need a storage. You will store the data into different modalities based on the use case. It could be your, structured, unstructured, semi-structured, vector DB, time series, or graph storage. So this is all about the flow of a particular, the way data is ingested from your data source to data ingestion to processing to multi model storage. Now, now coming to we started with the problem space. We went to a solution space. We went into the foundational pillar. We went into the architecture and the data ingestion. Now the question might come, oh, do I need to build this system from scratch? In a sense, like like all this foundational pillar, do I need to build it from scratch? And the answer is no. You already have a lot, tech stack which is available in the market, which you can use to build this. And that's where come the tech stack for this framework, which is available in the market. You can use it to, build it. So to start with it, you have the data ingestion layer. You can use, let's say, Apache Kafka for streaming, collector for, let's say, telemetry, for multi-model storage. You can use, let's say, InfluxDB for time series, Elasticsearch for log and searches, VectorDB for, let's say, Chroma processing engine. You can use Apache Spark, orchestration, Airflow, Dagster, Prefect, Agentic platform, which is ChatGPT or Gemini agent framework from LangChain to LangGraph, and the knowledge graph like a Neo4j. You have an alert and notification, which is all about Slack API, alert manager, some of the workflow like N8N, and the reporting and visualization like a Grafana, or Kibana. Basically, you can build your own UI, and the custom UI. What I spoke, like, for example, you can also use, let's say, Data Hub, which is basically a complete data cataloging framework, and you can build all this agentic AI which can coordinate with this, the Data Hub platform to give you all this intelligent data discovery. Now we understood the technical stack for the framework which is available in the market. Uh, Now there would be challenges when you build this framework, and the first would be around technical challenges. AI isn't perfect yet. We know that it hallucinate wrong results, wrong generation of those texts might end up in a wrong results. So, and the solution is, you can always start small, scale gradually, and then use API to integrate one system at a time. Then there's a human factor. Team won't trust AI immediately. uh, You can always show them how it works, prove a value with quick wins. There is always a skill gap. Provide training, hire a hybrid talent who understand both the data and the business. And then the third is all about implementation. So data security is critical. Consider on-premise AI or anonymize data first. For governance, create clear rules. How about AI make decisions versus humans? And an ROI takes times. Expect 6 to 12 months to show full value. Start with some high impact visible project that demonstrate the quick wins. Yeah, I know this is a very broad topic. So feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I am happy to chat about it and provide more insights. Thank you very much. We'll move it to the Q&A session.